Welcome to day 2 of Rally Mexico. The action here on the mountain stages of Guanajuato State promises to be hotter than the most tongue-scorching chili you've ever been into. The jumps in Mexico this year are bigger than ever before, and there are even more here on day 2, so hold on to your sombreros. Here are the ingredients for day 2. Petter Solberg is our featured driver this weekend, and after his torturous afternoon yesterday, he'll be charging out of the blocks this morning. We'll keep a close eye on the man whose mantra is never give up, and he is a man of his word. Today, our stage of the day is the high-jumping Derramadero, famous for its jumps, which launched these WRC machines high into the thin Mexican air at over 200 kilometers an hour.
I like to fly, so if there's any chance, I'll go flat out and let the car fly.
Day 2 promises scorching action. The fans out at the stages have been partying all night. They are ready. Time for you to join the fiesta. Friday in Mexico was all about the two Sebastians, Loeb and Ogier. They fought tooth and nail for the lead all day, neither giving a millimetre. The two Frenchmen may be Citroën teammates, but both are fiercely competitive and relish a fight till the last. Has the time come for a shift in power as Ogier, the young pretender, pushes for his time as numero uno?
Is that good, having two super fast drivers in one team?
I don't know if it's good to have it in the same team, but it's a good fight.
As first car on the road on day 1, Mikko Hirvonen suffered by sweeping the loose surface gravel away to reveal a racing line of grip for those behind. He starts day 2 in 3rd and is confident he can catch the top 2. It was certainly no fiesta for the other Fords on day 1, as first Jari-Matti Latvala.
I don't know what happened. I didn't hit anything, but I have no idea what happened.
And then Mads Osberg suffered punctures, while Ken Block and Matt Wilson were the victims of overheating engine control units.
Reset.
This is how things stood at the close of play on day 1. Ogier held a slender advantage of 2.3 seconds over his teammate Loeb. Sweden winner Mikko Hirvonen leads Ford's charge ahead of his teammate Jari-Matti Latvala. Our featured driver Petter Solberg suffered a gut-wrenching end to the day as a broken wire cut dead his DS3 and cost him 6 minutes. He's back in it today and will be chomping at the bit to make up the lost time.
The WRC world knows you for your motto, never give up. Is that what we're going to see today?
Well, I think you will see a big attack, that's for sure. I will try very hard, and I have maybe an unrealistic goal, but I will try to get back on the 5th. It's many minutes, but you have to aim high if I'm gonna go out and get the maximum motivation.
We are in central Mexico, and today's 9 stages fan out to the north and east of host city Leon, with the bulk of the action up in the Sierra de Lobos mountains, just under 159 competitive kilometers in total. 12 World Rally cars are due at the start line of stage 11. Rally leader Sebastian Ogier is followed by Sebastian Loeb. The works Fords of Hirvonen and Latvala are next, and M Sport's Stobart new boy Evgeny Novikov is 5th on the road ahead of his teammate Henning Solberg. Mads Osberg and Petter Solberg will hope to fight back after day 1 problems, and there are also restarts for Matt Wilson and Ken Block after their opening day retirements. First up on the second day is the 30 kilometers of Ibarila. The spectators have been camping overnight to watch the action. It's the longest stage of the rally and is also very technical with a lot of rhythm changes. Here comes Ogier. Frenchman flat out over the compression there as the suspension of the DS3 soaked up the impact. And charging over a cattle grid is about to hit the first big jump of day 2. Well, he is really attacking, and he's got no choice with 7-time world champion Loeb chasing him down. It really narrows towards the finish line here. He's into the flying finish. That is the first stage cleared, but is it enough to keep his teammate behind? And joining Sébastien Loeb now.
Cuvette à fond et ciel tout droit. Et gauche 140.
We'll soon find out if he can make an impression on Ogier's lead. Just 2.3 seconds between them before this stage, remember. Not far to go now. Seb is still pushing.
Sur frein pour 50 mètres. Gauche 90 plus long. 100 mètres.
Yes, he's done it. Loeb takes the lead from his teammate for the second time. A cracking start to the day for the world champion.
Good start to the day, Sébastien. 5 seconds up on Ogier. That's the lead now.
Yeah, that's the lead now, but only for a few seconds. And even with this first on the road, it's very fast, so difficult to make a big difference. At the moment, I'm trying hard. Continue like that.
Let's watch Mikko Hirvonen over the jump. Big air over the crest from Mikko. And now running third, he'll hope the Fiesta RS WRC's new 1.6-litre engine will be a closer match for the Citroens at altitude than its predecessor was. Frustratingly, though, the split times aren't looking too promising. He's going to be slower than both Citroen Total drivers again.
Mikko, first stage of Saturday morning, third on the road. You've seen the time. You'd have maybe wanted a bit more than that.
Yeah, I would have.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not. I mean, for sure there was many corners where I went a little bit wide and slided a lot, but that wasn't so good.
Hirvonen understandably concerned by his lack of pace. Jani-Matti Latvala is not far behind. But after suffering a costly puncture on day one, Latvala's picked up yet another. Thankfully on this occasion, he's just 5 kilometres from the finish, but it still cost him over 20 seconds. Our featured driver Petter Solberg is also fighting back after opening day dramas. Starting down in 13th, the 2003 world champion has got the hammer down as he seeks to claw his way back up the leaderboard. It's a good start. Petter's second fastest in stage 11. Dennis Kuipers, meanwhile, is on course for a terrific result in just his second rally at the sports top level. The Dutchman running 7th at the moment. Oh, but he's off the road! A scary moment for Dennis and co-driver Frederik Miklot. With the Fiesta on its side and wedged in a ditch, I'm afraid that's game over. It's already been an eventful start to the day. Loeb takes over the lead while Hirvonen and Latvala continue to slip further adrift. With Matt Wilson unable to start and Kuipers out, Petter Solberg has broken back into the point-scoring places. Coming up after the break is our stage of the day. Mexico's famous Derramadero test includes El Brinco, one of the biggest jumps of the whole championship. Welcome back to Rally Guanajuato, Mexico, where the stunning mountains of the Sierra de Lobos are vibrating to the sound of the World Rally Championship. Next up is the 23 kilometers of the Duarte stage. Running 5th at the start of day 2 is Evgeny Novikov. It's been quite a comeback for the Russian after a year away from the WRC, but there could be problems on the horizon for the 20-year-old.
No worries, okay?
He's got an oil leak, and with 2 stages still to run before service, these are worrying times for the M Sport Stobart man. The Duarte stage is looking really rough in places. It's also quite technical and twisty, and Sébastien Ogier needs caution in places as he attempts to stay in touch with his teammate Loeb. The Frenchman is still facing the most slippery conditions too.
60 mètres, frein dans droite 110 millions tartige ferme, sur gauche 100.
Sébastien Loeb, on the other hand, seems to be enjoying himself in these winding roads.
Sur droite 120, sur gauche 120 moins très long des verres pas cordes.
Following his teammates' tracks, you can see ahead of him there. He's enjoying that clearer line of grip and is gradually pulling away from Ogier with every passing kilometre. In total, Loeb pulls another 15 seconds up on Ogier in that stage. Further back, there's bad news for Novikov. That oil leak proves terminal. The Russian will go no further today. Using our WRC stage simulator, we can visualise how much running behind Ogier is helping the world champion by placing them on the road at the same time. Approaching the split marker after just 20 kilometres, Loeb is well ahead. Ogier sliding really wide at every corner. The Frenchman 9.1 seconds down already. Next up is our stage of the day, Madero, and what a challenge it is. Rising to an altitude well over 2,400 metres above sea level, we've selected this 23-kilometre test, not only for its blisteringly quick roads, but also because it features 3 of the biggest jumps in the whole World Championship. The stage has become a focal point for thousands of rally-mad Mexican fans who congregate around the famous El Brinco jump. They're up for a party, and the WRC's finest are preparing themselves for the off back at the start line. Our first man to take on this breathtaking stretch of road is Citroën Total star Sébastien Ogier and co-driver Julien Ingracia. The French pair charge off into Madero in a cloud of Mexican dust. The first of this stage's hazards is coming up. Even from our helicam, you can see the compression ahead in the road. And no mistakes from Ogier as he powers through.
Gauche encore de la corde ancienne sur frein 50 mètres, droite centrale plus intérieure en guéjette. Qui ouvre le ferme 130.
Back on the start line, poised to release the second DS3 into the stage is world champion Sébastien Loeb and Daniel Elena.
Sur gauche à fond long et droite frein pas corde pendant 100 mètres pour attention au pylône.
From the helicopter above, you get a real sense how dry and arid this landscape is. Oh, and Loeb bouncing his way through that compression there, working the suspension hard. We've already seen a terrific fight back from our featured driver, Petter Solberg, today. Can we expect more of the same in Madero? His never-give-up attitude has again been on display today. The Norwegian looking in determined mood as he battles back from his 7-minute hold-up on day one. Really big slide from Petter there. Up ahead, Ogier is closing fast on the big one. Madero's devilish El Brinco jump. No lifting from Ogier. And a huge roar from the crowd. It's been another fine drive from the Frenchman. Let's check in with Sébastien at the stop control.
I had a quite good drive on this one, but you know, it's never easy to be first on the road. I do my best. I'm happy with this stage, so now just have to wait. But for sure, we don't have the same card in your hand, so we do what we can.
The thousands of fans packed into El Brinco are waiting for Loeb to hit the jump. Sébastien getting almost as much air as his teammate. It's been another successful run for the world champion, but with less loose gravel around in Madero, the lack of road sweeping effect is evident. Loeb only a second quicker than Ogier on this occasion.